Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra. Well, the Supreme Court has released the inquiry report filed by the Delhi High Court Chief Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay into the controversy involving High Court Justice Yashwant Verma. In his report, the Delhi High Court Chief Justice said he is of the prima facie opinion that the entire matter warrants a deeper probe. The Supreme Court also released the response of Justice Yashwant Verma, who has denied these allegations and said that it clearly appeared to be a conspiracy to frame him and malign his reputation. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has officially released videos from inside Justice Verma's residence where one can see stacks and stacks of Indian currency. Well, we'll talk about this. But first up, we have someone very special joining us. Mr. Mukul Rohatgi, former Attorney General of India, is joining us on the show to talk more about this. Mr. Rohatgi, thank you so much, sir, for taking out the time and speaking to us. Sir, this is a huge concern. This is perhaps a huge concern for the judiciary. This is a huge concern for the polity. But as a citizen also, maybe as a journalist also, as a citizen also, I'm deeply concerned as to what's happening over here. Obviously, the investigation report, all of that will take time. But on the face of it, this does seem to be a problem which needs further investigation. What's your opinion, sir, of this mishap, if we can call it that, with reports coming in that money that was recovered, sir, was to the tune of 20 crore rupees in cash?
I have also been following it, this episode in the last couple of days. I am equally concerned because I am also a stakeholder in the system of dispensation of justice. I have spent 45 years in this profession. But let me tell you, and I will pose some of these questions, I find that more questions are unanswered than what appears on the record. Both the sides, if I may say so, seem to be kind of evenly balanced. Let us look at the angle of corruption. If indeed this money was found in gunny bags in the house of the judge, even if it is found in the outhouse or servant rooms, it's a very serious issue because it is not a normal issue. It is not normally found in judges' houses. So the judge has a lot of explanation to do. That is one issue. If you look at it from the judge's point of view, what he has said, he says, firstly, he doesn't know where that so-called sacks came from in the outhouse. He has no control over who's going, who's coming in that outhouse. There are hundreds of people walking and walking out. Then there is a video showing burning notes. The police is also there. If there were half-burnt notes also or partially burnt notes, why were they not seized? Why was not a panchnama made? Where are those notes? Because the judge says when he came the next day, there was nothing to be found. How has everything disappeared? A forensic report would have said what those notes were. Are they fake notes? Are they genuine notes? Now, the mystery deepens because the Chief Justice of the High Court says that he was in Lucknow on the 15th and his principal secretary went to the house. If he went to the house in the morning of 15th, and therefore what did he see there? Was there any rubbish? Were there notes? If they were not there, it wasn't cleaned out? How is it that the basic evidence has disappeared? There can't be a murder without finding the body.
Absolutely, sir.
How is it that a senior officer of the police, including the commissioner, informed the Chief Justice of the High Court about this incident, but there is no material seized, there is no even sample seized? Normally it would have gone to a malkhana, it would have been under a receipt. Then why was the action taken only on the 20th? What was happening between the 15th and the 20th? So, there are so many puzzling issues. And I am not taking sides either in favor of corruption or in favor of the judge. But I personally feel that this judge's inquiry is not going to yield much. What you require is a police inquiry. What you require is forensic inquiry. Forensic, suppose, it may sound fantastic, but suppose I want to frame somebody. I get a sack full of genuine notes and 3 sackfuls of fake notes and put it in somebody's house or somebody's dicky in a car and blow it up.
Right,
in a sense, blow up the issue. Now, these are very, very serious issues. 3 judges coming from different areas, and find out what the position is, where the judge has denied everything, the other side is saying there is a video. I have seen the video also. Some notes are visible in the video, full notes are not visible. Therefore, ultimately, according to me, the Chief Justice has done the right thing in withdrawing work from the suspect judge. But
sir, there was much made about the initial reaction which came about, that was transferring this judge back to the Allahabad court.
You're right. That is one more puzzling issue. Because mere transfer can't help. Because if it is an open and shut or a near open and shut case of corruption, then sending one person from one high court to another cannot help.
Correct, sir.
You require stronger action. But the stronger action came, whether it was because of media or people's voices, it did come. And withdrawing work was the right thing, pending a speedy investigation. Now, a judge is also entitled to put forth his side of the picture. And that also will come out only in the investigation. So the correct thing is, there should be a police investigation, and it should be done at the earliest, under the gaze of no less than the Chief Justice of India. Periodic reports should be given, so that, दूध का दूध या पानी का पानी, कहीं तो इसका फैसला निकलेगा. Otherwise, judge की reputation is damned. And I can tell you, as far as the learned judge is concerned, I have appeared in hundreds of cases before that court. I found him to be an excellent, hardworking and clever judge. Now that, अगर उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया और ये कुछ गड़बड़ है, तो he also has the right to clear his name. But his name has been damned anyway. So I don't know what is the end, but the ultimate thing is, it should be swiftly done. And let me end by saying, as I have repeatedly said, we need to fix the system of appointment of judges. Collegium system is not correct, it is opaque. NJSC was in the right
direction. So that was in fact going to be my next question to you. The collegium system also comes into play here, that it renders a lot of immunity and impunity to the selection as well as the classification of judges.
Yes,
that in itself is skewed.
Say one more thing. As I said, the original system was that the government appoints judges in consultation with the Chief Justice. This has been turned on its head by the Supreme Court, that consultation means concurrence. This was not correct. Nowhere in the world judges appoint judges. There has to be a broad-based committee to include public men, men of probity, men of standing from society, etc., etc. That was tried in NJSC, it was struck down. I think it is time to bring it back in some form or the other. Number one. Number two, Parliament needs to seriously take a call, because the process of removal of the higher judiciary is only by impeachment under the Constitution. Impeachment is a super slow process and very, very difficult to achieve. No impeachment has occurred in the last 75 years. It requires 100 MPs of Lok Sabha or 50 of Rajya Sabha to move a motion. The motion will be admitted after a debate. After that, another committee is appointed by the Speaker. That committee has to then give a report. It's a full-blown inquiry, including examination, cross-examination, etc., etc. That report has again to go back to the House. It has to be debated. 2/3 of the members sitting and voting in the House have to vote. So, that also requires an immediate relook. Had it been a case of, let's say, a junior engineer of a municipal body and money was found, he would be in jail the next day. Now here, yes, judges require immunity, they require a cover, because people will attack them because of their nature of jobs every day. A disgruntled litigant will file a complaint, as they do. So you require a cover and some immunity. But it cannot be the absolute extreme end of the spectrum, where ultimately, impeachment doesn't happen. You take the case of Nirmal Yadav, a judge in Punjab. Some money was found at her doorstep. Inquiry commenced. It is still going on. That case is still going on. 12 years have gone by. The judge is also retired. So I say, it's absolute lip service. So Parliament, government, judiciary, and the lawyers, stakeholders should get together, and there should be a cohesion in a committee to find out what is the way forward.
So one last question before we let you go, sir. India is hailed and celebrated as a judicial democracy. What does this taint do to the confidence of the common man on the streets who depends on the judiciary to serve justice, when other departments, when other pillars of democracy fail?
Any taint is a serious blow to the heart. The higher the blow goes, the weaker the system at the heart will be. I am very sad that this episode has occurred. Therefore, it is time for everybody to put their heads together to streamline a system to provide swift relief. If it is an errant judge, removal. If it is a frame-up, immediately his reputation should be restored and not harmed. Because please remember, a reputation of 30-40 years can become mud in a matter of 5 minutes on the national media. That is the power of the media. Therefore, it should not be seen as a mere sensational case. And as I said, I repeat, every blow is very, very harmful to the structure, which in any case is under great stress. Stress of the number of cases which are pending in courts.
Right,
therefore, a swift remedy is the answer. Thank you.
Mr. Rohatgi, appreciate you joining us, sir. Thank you so much for speaking with NewsX. All right, let's keep this conversation going. Joining us on the program